Dean Graziosi, I see this guy selling real estate all over the internet. I see him on my Facebook newsfeed. I see him in my YouTube ads. I see him even on infomercials on TV. Now, everyone knows if you want to be successful in business, you need to follow a proven plan is the best way to go. But does this guy actually have something of value to offer, or is he just a charlatan? Now, I go in depth and I actually look at things, and I'm going to analyze it in this video right here. Let's go. You may have seen his infomercials, his Facebook ads, his YouTube ads. First off, let me know in the comments which sort of ad of his that you saw. Okay, YouTube, Facebook, or infomercial. But this guy is all over the place and he's selling some real estate system. And I did a little bit of more in-depth research into what he's doing, what he's selling, and I'm gonna break down whether he's a legitimate person with a legitimate course that legitimately helps people or not. First thing first, I'm gonna back up and tell you just a little background on this guy so we understand his background. Now, from my research, from what I was able to gather, he's from upstate New York, small town, started off as a used car salesman. He's been selling used cars since he was very young, and I guess he did pretty well at selling used car. He was a great salesman, right? You know, he's on all these ads. And what he moved towards was he moved towards investing some of his money in real estate by the time he was in college. But he was investing in cheap, very cheap real estate, trying to spend as little money as possible and whatever. Now, from what I gather, his entire life changed when he went to Tony Robbins, which is something I really give him credit for. Tony Robbins helped me sort of make decisions that would change my life. You know, I've attended his events. I'm big fan of his. Here's where things get interesting though, is after Tony Robbins, he started teaching people how to avoid used car salesman tricks. And he taught people how to get the best deals in buying used cars. So he started selling the shovels, so to speak. He started selling the information rather than selling the cars themselves. Now, as this progressed, he started actually selling how to do real estate. And what he sells is called wholesaling. Wholesaling is basically you are buying what's called distressed properties, which are really cheap, beat up, think inner city distressed properties. You're getting a contract on them. Basically, you're a middleman. You're finding somebody who's interested in selling their old kind of crappy house. And then you find somebody who's interested in buying that house and fixing it up. Okay, so you need investors and you need sellers. Basically, wholesaling is responsible for all those signs you see around town which says, "We buy ugly houses." How many people here have seen those signs that say, "We buy ugly houses," or "We'll buy house for cash"? All those signs are for people that are wholesaling. They're trying to find people willing to sell their house because they're going to get somebody to invest in that house and upgrade it. Now, I haven't actually been through one of Dean's programs. I did a lot of research on him, and from what I gather, this is a legitimate way to make money with real estate, and Dean's programs do help people. And just from my personal sort of understanding of what Dean is selling, because I've seen these signs, which is marketing that he encourages people to do in every single city around the US, which is sort of guerrilla marketing, I imagine it works because you don't see that many people doing that many signs for that many years if it didn't work. Now, that being said, putting up guerrilla marketing like that, pasting it to the street signs and stuff, I don't know how much that necessarily abides by city laws for marketing. I'm pretty sure you need permits or you need to pay for advertising in public spaces. But that being said, I don't know how bad that is because it isn't hurting anyone necessarily. So my judgments are mixed on that. Recently, he has partnered with Tony Robbins and they are releasing a course together about starting a mastermind, which is really interesting. It's called the Perfect Mastermind Formula or Secret or something like that. This is actually pretty interesting because I'm slightly skeptical of wholesaling because it encourages things that may not abide by city laws. And it also sounds very risky to be a middleman for large purchases. Even cheap houses cost $100,000. What he's doing with Tony Robbins sounds particularly interesting for me and is one of the reasons why I started looking him up, because he's teaching people how to form their own mastermind groups and surround yourself with people that can help you solve a big issue in your personal life or your financial life. If I find a link to their program, I will include it somewhere on this video or in the description. But that sounds interesting. Now, I probably will get access to that course when it does come out or when I get a hold of it, and I will do a full review of that. But that is my analysis of Dean Graziosi, if he's legit. Now, if you have any comments or if you have any insight into Dean Graziosi, or if you have personally been through any of his programs or know more about his partnership with Tony Robbins, please post a comment below this video, because I'd like to hear from you and I'd like to hear your insight, and I'm sure others would, about whether he's legit or not and how his programs work, etc. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do regular videos on how to make money online and other people in this marketing space. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to see future videos of mine, as well as you'll get a free course on affiliate marketing, which is the business I'm in. I'm selling products on the internet on a commission-only basis. Also, please leave a comment and like this video if this was helpful in any way. Thank you.